July is supposed to be the month where e-commerce sales go to die. Everyone talks about the summer slowdown like it's unavoidable. But last month, I made $23,000 in revenue on Etsy when it should have been the slowest month of the year. And it wasn't luck. It came down to one specific strategy that I started implementing in my shop. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the exact numbers, revenue, fees, ad spend, and my actual take-home profit. Plus, I'm gonna be revealing the exact change that I made that triggered this spike when everyone else was slowing down. I'm also gonna be going over some tips and tricks so that you can scale your shops too. And if you're new around here, hi, my name is Ariel. I am a six-figure print-on-demand Etsy seller. I started on Etsy in 2023, and I was able to scale my shop just in a year and a half and replace my 9-to-5 income and work from home. So if that's something you're interested in, I talk all about this on my channel, and I really help you guys grow your shops. I had no prior business experience, no skills when it came to Etsy and print on demand, but I was able to learn everything from YouTube and a couple wonderful communities that I'm a part of. I will go ahead and link those down below if you're interested in being a part of a community that helps you grow your shops faster. But I was able to learn all of this pretty much on my own, and I was able to quit my job. So if I can do it, so can you. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the numbers. So here we are in my monthly statements for July of 2026, and I just wanted to go over my numbers with you guys. So I made $23,947.04 in revenue just in the month of July. This came from 580 total sales for the month. I did have 13 refunds, and I do offer returns and exchanges in my shop, but I found that this strategy has really helped me gain customer trust, and I do have a lot of returning customers because of this. Now, as you can see here, it does say my net profit on Etsy was $19,754.93 for the month of July. Now, this is just the net profit on Etsy after they take out the fees. So this is after any marketing fees, any refunds that I did, and all of the listing, transaction, and processing fees. So this number is not my take-home profit because I am a print-on-demand shop. I do pay a print provider, which is Printify, to print and ship all of my items for me. So just to give you guys a little bit of a breakdown for the fees on Etsy, if you're new to Etsy, they charge you a transaction fee, a processing fee, and a listing fee. So every time you list an item, it's 20 cents, and every time you sell that item, it's 20 cents. Now, the transaction fee is about 6.5%, and the processing fee is going to be another 3%. So your Etsy fees alone are usually going to take up around 10% of your revenue. So when you are making your prices for your items, you definitely want to include these fees and make sure that you're making a healthy profit margin. If you guys are curious about healthy profit margins, typically with print on demand, anywhere from 20 on the really low end to 40 on the high end percentage is a good profit margin. Now, I do run ads on my listings, and I have a whole ad strategy, but I will link that down in the description. I have a whole video about ads. That's not what this video is about, but I did want to mention that I do run Etsy ads. I'm at about $50 a day right now, but my shop is pretty scaled because I'm 3.5 years into my business. When I first started ads, I actually started with like $3 a day, then I upped it to like $5 or $10 a day, and slowly over time I got up to $50 a day. At one point I was at $100 a day and it was eating up my profits, so I found that $50 a day for my shop is kind of a sweet spot, but it's so different for everyone, and there's lots of opinions on ads, but I do have some strategies. So like I said, I will link that down below. But looking at my marketing fees for ads, it was $1,515.34. So typically my ads ads take anywhere from 8 to 10% out of my revenue as well. So it's good to make sure that you're considering these things if you're going to be running ads in your shop, that you calculate it into your pricing so that you're not losing money. Now, I'm sure you guys are all really curious how much money I actually got to take home in profit after I paid my print provider, which is Printify. So I have the number right here. I actually got to take home $6,240 for the month of July in profit. Now, this is actually the number after I paid Printify and after I paid all of my Etsy fees. I did not calculate in after I paid my subscriptions for the apps that I use, like Everbee, Printify, Kittl, things like that. So it was minus a couple $100s for those fees. So I did make around $6,000 take home profit in my pocket. This was really exciting for me. July was such an amazing month. And if you guys have been following my revenue and profit monthly videos, I actually made $10,000 in revenue last month, which was June, and I literally was able to double that in July. Before I reveal to you the one thing that I changed in my shop that really scaled everything, I'd really appreciate you booping that little subscribe and like button if you are enjoying this content. It really helps my little channel grow, and it helps me know that you guys are liking this kind of content and it is helping you grow your businesses. Okay, the moment you guys have all been waiting for, the strategy that has really scaled my shop that I attribute most of my growth to is group listings and multi-product listings. Now, I know I've talked about these in my previous videos if you guys have been following along, but these strategies have really changed my shop. And last year I had group shirts in my shop for the back to school niche, and I was able to have an amazing July as well. But this year I decided I'm going to switch all of my listings, my future listings, to either a multi-product listing or a group listing. Last year and the previous years, I was kind of doing a combination of both. I was doing just a single listing, which would be just like a shirt where one buyer can buy and it's not really targeting a group matching set. I was also doing stuff that was group matching sets, but this year I have completely shifted my focus to group niches and group listings. It's going to be incredibly hard to scale your shop fast if you're only creating single product listings that's only going to target one buyer. So would you rather put in more work in your listings to make them group or multi-item listings and get 5, 10, 20, even 50 sales in one order? Or would you rather put out a bunch of single products and only get one sale per order? Now, I will tell you right now that there is no secret to scaling your shop, but if there was a strategy, this is the strategy that most sellers are afraid to implement into their shops because it's a little more difficult to create group listings, but Printify has made it a lot easier for us. They have a multi-product listing feature now where you can combine your products into one listing on Printify and post it right over to Etsy, making the process so much faster than it has ever been before. Now, I do have a few videos on my channel that I will go ahead and link down below on how to set up multi-product listings with Printify's new feature, also how to do group listings. So be sure to check those out if you guys are interested in implementing this strategy in your shops. I highly recommend challenging yourself if you haven't already tried multi-product listings or group listings, because this can really scale your shop so much faster. I'm going to give you guys a little bonus tip, and that is to prepare 8 to 12 weeks for the event, holiday, or season that is coming up next. So I was preparing for the back to school teacher niche in the months of May and June, and I was creating batches of group shirts that teachers can wear back to school, and most schools come back during July, August, and even sometimes early September. So this is a great time to get group sales during the summer months. It's great to prepare for holidays and seasons coming up, but it's also important to have evergreen niches in your shop. And if you don't know what an evergreen niche is, it is a niche that can sell all year round. So it's not tied to a specific holiday or season and can get you consistent sales throughout the year. So if you guys don't know where to start or you want to add some niches to your shop, I do have a free niche guide down in the description if you guys are interested. It goes over 5 of the top big evergreen niches that sell well on Etsy, and it also covers over 250 sub niches that you can get into that can make you consistent sales all year round. So if you're interested in that, like I said, it'll be down in the description, or you can just comment the word niche and I will send you the link directly. Lastly, it's time for our weekly wins. Every week I like to share a win with you guys and have you share your win with me. My weekly win this week is I'm just so proud of myself for making $23,000 revenue in the month of July, even when I've been super busy with other businesses, YouTube being one of them. This does take a lot of my time during my week to make these videos for you guys. I'm also a coach in Cassiy Johnson's community, so I help out with some live calls and I also offer shop reviews. So I have been pretty busy. I do have a lot on my plate, but I'm just still really proud of myself for still putting work into my Etsy shop so that the momentum continues and my shop continues to grow. Being a business owner is not easy. Let me get this straight. It is really hard in the beginning, especially when you're trying to grow a business, and it can feel like an uphill battle for quite a while, and mindset really matters. So I guess another weekly win of mine is just staying in a positive mindset and not giving up, putting in the work, and really just showing up and staying consistent. I also wanted to do a weekly win shout out from one of my last week's videos. So Scarlett Winters 5642, she said her weekly win was hitting 90 sales and becoming a star seller. That is absolutely amazing. I bet she's at 100 sales by now. And once you hit that 100 sales, the next 100 feel a lot easier. And if you can make 100 sales, you can make 1,000 sales. If you can make 1,000 sales, you can make 10,000 sales. It gets easier as you go on. And so I'm just so proud of you. You should be proud of yourself. 90 sales is a huge accomplishment and you are on track to some serious success. Keep up the hard work and thank you so much for your weekly win. If you want me to shout out a weekly win of yours, go ahead and drop your weekly wins down in the comments. I love seeing where everyone is at in their businesses, and I think it's really great to share your wins with the community and really celebrate the journey along the way. I think a lot of people get caught up in the end goal of these like crazy big numbers and stuff, that they don't actually take a second to be proud of themselves for where they're at and putting in the hard work. So please let me know what your weekly win is down in the comments. I hope everyone is having a wonderful week and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!